The Young and the Restless, October 7th, 2025. Spoilers. Fans can expect Nick questioning Phyllis's alliance with Kane while Nikki settles business with Jill. The previous episode of The Young and the Restless saw Victor plotting his takedown of an opponent. Meanwhile, Kyle and Audra's war approached the point of no return with their constant bickering and taunting. And then last but definitely not least, Jack hid another smart trick up his sleeve. The plotting, the power moves, the secrets, the deals, and the alliances are about to get messier in the next weeks. Here's what fans can expect from the October 7th, 2025 episode of The Young and the Restless when they tune in to CBS to watch the daytime drama set around Genoa City. The episode on Tuesday features Nikki settling unfinished business with Jill. With the latter being back in town, there are some serious catch-ups to do. Jill met Kane and Billy followed by Jack, and now it's time for Nikki. How will this conversation go? What exactly does Nikki have to say to her now? Is this about what's happening at the moment with Kane changing the big dynamics of the business world in Genoa City? Or is this about something else? How exactly will Jill respond to what Nikki has to say? On the other hand, Tessa worries about Mariah's safety. And she has all the rights to. After months of hiding and being guilty, Mariah revealed that she killed someone. And that was all she shared. Tessa and Mariah's marriage may be on the rocks, but that doesn't mean the concern is gone. Tessa is quite worried for Mariah and her safety. How will she deal with his huge unrest? Is Tessa going to involve Daniel? Or move Mariah's parents, Sharon and Nick? Speaking of whom, Nick questions Phyllis's alliance with Kane. This is not the first time he has actively warned her about Kane and how he is not someone to trust. But Phyllis is Phyllis, and she is nothing if not stubborn. She refuses to worry and is assured that this alliance with Kane will bring her the benefits she wants. Nick is still not convinced and is questioning her about the same. How will Phyllis respond? Is she going to reveal some intel and details, or will she keep everything under wraps? Stay tuned for more. The Young and the Restless, October 6th, 2025. Spoilers. Fans can expect Kyle and Audra's war to be no return while Jack hides tricks up his sleeve. The previous week on The Young and the Restless saw Claire breaking up with Kyle and going on the trip with Holden. Audra asked Nate for another chance, but was turned down. Victor and Jack joined hands against Kane in a temporary alliance, while Jill returned home and had a hard chat with Billy. The drama, the chaos, the moves, the alliances, the trickery, and the plans are going to elevate in the coming few weeks. Here's what fans can expect from the October 6, 2025 episode of The Young and the Restless when they tune in to CBS to watch the daytime drama based around Genoa City. The first episode of the week features Victor plotting his takedown of an opponent. Kane is on his radar at the moment, and he will do all it takes to ensure he fails in his plans. Victor goes by his name, he wants to win no matter what, and he will do all it takes to come out on top and ahead. The temporary alliance between Victor and Jack is also due to the same reason. How will Kane tackle the Newman and Abbott patriarchs? On the other hand, Kyle and Audra's war approaches the point of no return. The two bicker, taunt, and battle with words every time they meet each other. Both of them are single now after being dumped by their partners, and they are not happy about it. Kyle is quite angry at Audra for telling Claire the truth about what happened, which is why their relationship got damaged, and she recently broke up with him. Meanwhile, Nate broke up with Audra. When she asked for another chance, Nate still refused. And so the friction between Kyle and Audra has only increased, with jabs coming even sharper against one another. When their feud reaches a point of no return, what exactly will happen? What will the harsh sparks exactly lead to now? And then lastly, Jack hides a trick up his sleeve. Victor is not the only one making moves against Kane. Jack has tricks in his mind, and he is hoping to ensure they land correctly. The alliance with Victor is already happening, but it seems like Jack is hoping to have a chat with Jill about this situation. Is this about Billy or Chancellor? How will Jill respond to Jack's plans? And what does Kane have in store for him? Will Jack be successful in his plot? The air in Genoa City is thick with more than just the scent of ambition and expensive perfume. It's crackling with the electricity of shifting alliances, questionable partnerships, and the ghosts of corporate battles past. This week on The Young and the Restless, The chessboard of Genoa City is being violently shaken, and the pieces are landing in dangerously unpredictable formations. At the heart of the storm are two women who have defined chaos and resilience for decades, Phyllis Summers and Nikki Newman. One is embarking on a partnership that has everyone, especially a protective Nick Newman, questioning her sanity. The other is closing a chapter of her life in a powerful meeting with her oldest rival, Jill Abbott. Buckle up, because the drama is about to reach a fever pitch. Nick's concern, a red flag in a designer suit. It all starts at the Grand Phoenix, Phyllis's pride and joy, her phoenix egg risen from the ashes of her own self-destruction. She's perched at the bar, a triumphant gleam in her eyes as she toasts with an unlikely companion, Kane Ashby. To the casual observer, they look like two savvy entrepreneurs celebrating a new venture. But to Nick Newman, who walks in and sees this cozy scene, they look like a five-alarm fire. Nick's protective instincts, always razor-sharp where Phyllis is concerned, immediately kick into overdrive. He pulls her aside, his voice a low, urgent rumble. "Phyllis, what are you doing?" "Kane? Seriously?" Phyllis, of course, is in full red mode, defiant, confident, and utterly convinced of her own invincibility. "It's business, Nikki. Good business. Kane has connections and capital. We're launching a new boutique hospitality consultancy. It's a gold mine." "A gold mine or a minefield?" Nick counters, running a hand through his hair in frustration. "Phyllis, look at his track record. The man has more failed ventures and shady deals in his past than you do. This, as expected, does not go over well." Phyllis's eyes flash with indignation. She sees Nick's concern not as care, but as condescension. She's spent years fighting to be seen as more than just a troublemaker, to be respected as a businesswoman, and here is Nick Newman, the man who has loved and lost her more times than he can count, reducing her back to that reckless girl. "You think I don't know how to do my due diligence?" she fires back. "You think I'm just some naive woman who can't see a con coming? I'm not the same Phyllis, Nick." "Aren't you?" he asks, his gaze softening for just a moment before hardening again with worry. "When it comes to a chance to stick it to the world, to prove you're the smartest person in the room, that's when you're most vulnerable, and you know it. Kane is charming, he's persuasive, but he's desperate. A desperate man is a dangerous partner." The tension between them is palpable, a tangled web of their shared history, the love, the betrayals, the co-parenting, the unshakable, if often infuriating, bond. Nick's fear isn't just about business.